Hello and welcome to Edison TV. Today I'm joined by Adrian Potts, Chief Executive Officer of Applied Graphene Materials. Applied Graphene Materials are listed on AIM, capitalized at around £13 million, and they develop graphene dispersions that customers use to enhance the properties of coatings, composites, and other functional materials. Adrian, many thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Dan. It's great to join you again, and thanks for the opportunity.
Great. And you've just reported your results. Can you talk through the key highlights of the year that's just gone by?
Sure, yeah. And first of all, just to talk to really the strategically important industrial protective coatings industry that we operate in. We've seen continued combined challenges really with the legacy of COVID, and that's been overlaid with what the industry has reported over the past year or so, substantial supply chain issues right the way across the industry for raw materials and logistics and so on. What we've seen as a result of that has been a general slowdown and in a number of cases a stall in the pace of customer-based innovation activity, and you know the impact of that has been for us as a supplier the opportunity to get things done with our customers in a timely way. And of course, that impacts areas like revenue and faster progress as a result. Despite this, we've pushed ahead in-house with our own technology development. We've managed to increase as well the total number of customer engagements over the past 12 months. And also we've seen the launch of a number of customer products to market in the past 6 months, as well as 2 primer products of our own that are specifically designed to help customers accelerate their use and stimulate the opportunity for customers to try out graphene as a product for their applications. Just to talk to our distribution network, our commercial strategy is well reported, and that's to sell through a network of technical distributors and supplying our graphene materials in standard dispersions with long shelf life is key to that successful engagement around the globe with their range of customers. Over the past 6 months, we've been highly focused on the technology support that we're able to give to our distributors to enable our clients and their clients to make best use of our product. And that technical engagement is really embodied with the addition of a new distributor in Taiwan, Rayon Chemtech. We announced this recently. We've added them to our AGM sales network as a distribution partner in that territory. They operate in the coatings and composite materials industry, and their enthusiastic approach for our products is already leading to a number of product samplings for evaluations with their prospective customer base. We're also making good progress from a distribution standpoint in Latin America and India, and anticipating further announcements in due course there. And then in terms of all important customers using our products, during the period we've had some great customer engagements with the UK Environment Agency, with Stanvac in India, with All Times Coatings, and in the protective floor coating applications sector. Our engagement with the UK EA was particularly interesting for us because it's the first time our graphene HC or harsh corrosion primer has been used on those UK flood defence assets with the UK EA, and it's an important marker for us, as well as being the first use of this primer in real-world applications. It demonstrates how graphene-enhanced coatings can significantly reduce the maintenance requirements, the maintenance cycle, the maintenance cost for end users in those harsh coastal environments. All Times Coatings seeing a progressive growing use of their Advantage graphene product, which uses our graphene dispersions in construction applications. And then our lead customer in the protective floor coating sector tells us now that the testing phase for their graphene enhanced product is complete, and they're moving forward towards development of a marketing campaign. So we're really looking forward to a launch of an innovative new concrete floor coating product in the floor coating sector. And then, of course, I should highlight our continued growth in the car care sector. We've recently been able to supply 3 of our dispersion products in volume to a US customer in the car care product sector that will enable them to launch a graphene-based product range imminently. And we've also got 4 customer evaluations at a pretty advanced stage now. And this is with a couple of those are with a larger car care supplier. Once that testing is complete, we want to anticipate product integration, product launch, and because they're a larger supplier, of course, a growth in sales volumes in that sector.
Great, thank you. And obviously, you're working across a lot of different application areas. Can you discuss which application areas you're most excited by, and I guess talk about the ones which are closer to production and the ones that are further out?
Sure, yeah. Well, we've built a platform of technology, and that core platform is geared around how to make graphene easy to use. And we often talk about this. Graphene is not straightforward, particularly in liquid chemical industry applications such as ours. So we put that into dispersion to make it easy to use, easy to integrate, and achieve consistent, repeatable results. And of course, our core market for that core sector for that initial application is in the world of industrial protective coatings. So it would make sense that a lot of our technology development continues to be in that area. And we made some great strides forward recently in a new area for us, looking at chemical resistance. We're also doing some really exciting stuff in the world of composites and functional materials spaces, particularly focused on the hydrogen storage space. And of course, this is now really starting to gather momentum as hydrogen technology starts to emerge and starts to sit alongside the EV application technology for batteries. For us, it's starting to really gather pace, built on the solid momentum with our lead customer in this area, Infinite Composites Technologies in the US. And we've now got a number of materials evaluations going on with a number of customers in the pressure vessel space, which are used for storage of hydrogen. So adding graphene to those applications to make materials stronger, to make them last longer, and to improve permeability control for these gases and liquids that are used in that space. And then thirdly, progressing the development of thermal interface materials. So these are materials with high thermal conductivity and then low density that are ideal for use in automotive applications to manage heat in areas like battery technology and so on. And then, other areas that are obviously worth mentioning as well are continual work looking at printing in the area of conductive inks. So that is currently being applied for composite materials applications and then beyond into the world of textiles. So a great technology platform that's developing really well.
Fascinating stuff. And then just looking to the future, over the course of the next year or so, what's next for Applied Graphene Materials, and what should investors be looking out for?
Yeah, so this month we're anticipating a major marketing push in the area of chemical resistant coatings, as I mentioned earlier. That investment in data generation in this specific area has been significant for our technical team putting in the hours over the past months. The opportunity really has the potential to open up substantial new prospects for us alongside the world of anti-corrosion. So we have products that are in place in the anti-corrosion sector. The chemical resistance sector is kind of sits alongside that. And graphene could be used really, really well to great effect. The data that we've generated really supports that well for coatings that come into contact with harsh chemicals. So in areas like floors, in areas like pipelines, in storage capabilities, and then for transportation. So it's a great opportunity to establish graphene as an important protective agent in this sector. And then in the car care sector, I mentioned earlier, it continues to engage with graphene as a materials technology. We've now got a number of larger partners who are currently working with our materials. Once successful, we see that as a potential step change in volume in that market, as well as several positive opportunities now emerging for our products in a broad spectrum of coatings applications. So harsh coastal corrosion applications for flood defense, in construction, in infrastructure, in electrical applications, and aerospace and concrete. So overall, we've got a super solid technology basis on which to accelerate our growth and confidence in our expanded global network of distributors, and our commercial pipeline of engagements that's strong and it's growing well, and it gives us real confidence in our ability, along with our distributor partners, to really start to motor now and unlock the potential for the use of graphene in these spaces. So for me, I'm really excited about the future for AGM, particularly as the industrial coatings industry begins to re-emerge with those innovation resources and the opportunity to get things done and get things moving.
Fascinating stuff, Adrian. Many thanks for joining us today. Look forward to hearing about your progress as the year progresses, and hope these supply chain constraints ease before too long. But thanks again, Adrian.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for the opportunity to join you again.